Good afternoon and welcome to the Chart of the Week video with me, David Madden. Today's date is Thursday the 17th of October 2019 and the time has just gone 12:45 British Summer Time. And this week's Chart of the Week is one of my old favourites, Palladium. The metal has hit yet another all-time high today, which is quite remarkable considering that what's going on in global financial markets. There aren't many financial markets or indeed commodities that are hitting all-time highs, and yet Palladium I've seen a string of all-time highs in the past year or so, and today is yet another example of one of those all-time highs. So it really does say a lot about the sentiment in the market when it's hit yet another all-time high. If you take a quick look at the MACD indicator, the MACD histogram, we can see that positive momentum is pushing higher. So the increase in price we're seeing in terms of price action is being confirmed by the steady increase in positive momentum. So it's very clear that the momentum is with the buyers. So if we do manage to get a press on higher from here, we're currently trading in around 1734. If you do manage to press on higher from here, we could be looking at targeting 1800. It's the next big kind of biggish number to look out for to the upside. So that could be the medium-term target should the kind of wider upward trend continue. If you do see any pullback in the metal, we could find some support come from this region here in around 1700. And it's an area of consolidation in the past 48 hours. But even if you drop below 1700, we could be looking at heading back down towards this area here in around 1675, 1670. There's quite a few areas of resistance as the market was pressing higher, and it's only really if you kind of take out this area here down around kind of 1600. It's a big number, but on top of that, on a few occasions, that area acted as support. So if that area acted as support in the past, it makes it likely that it could act as support in the near term. So the big picture is the wider view is very much to the upside. But what I found interesting about this chart is that we could be in for a bit of a near-term correction. We could be in for a bit of a pullback, and I'll tell you why. Because if you take a look at the price action here, this blue line here is the 50-day moving average. And from time to time, the market goes on a massive run, creates new all-time highs. The sentiment's very, very, very bullish, and the gap between the price action and the 50-day moving average gets quite stretched. And from time to time, markets don't move in straight lines. From time to time, you are going to see a bit of a pullback. So if you take a look along here, when the market was pressing higher in late 2018 in late 2018, we could see that the market wasn't too far away from this 50-day moving average, and then we had a period whereby the market shot off from and pulled well away from the 50-day moving average. We had a correction. Similar situation here. And now, not a fairly similar scenario here, whereby there's a fairly sizable gap between the price action and the 50 moving average, and then not too long after that we saw the market move lower. And now we're in a similar position as well, whereby as the market was gaining ground from the sell-off in August, it was not too far away from the 50 moving average, but the gap between the two is widening. So that suggests that, okay, we could be in for a bit of a correction. Could be in for a bit of a pullback. And if you take a look at today's candle, obviously we're kind of halfway through the trading session on the 17th of October 2019. But what we can notice from straight away is that the body of the candle, which is very, very small, and the wicks are quite long. So that is a classic example of a long wick on a candle denotes indecision. Not to say there's no guarantees that we're definitely going to have a reversal or a change of price action, but just indecision. And obviously we're going to marry it up to the fact that the market's at an all-time high. The gap between the 50 moving average and the price is now quite stretched. We could be in for a bit of a pullback in the near term. And depending how this candle actually plays out today, this keep an eye for potential formation. So what this could turn out to be, it could turn out to be a spinning top, which is kind of a textbook example of it here. How the market was pushing higher. We had quite a long body we had quite a long wicks on this particular candle, but notice how the body of the candle itself, the main portion of it, is actually quite small, followed by a move to the downside. So the possibility, depending on whereabouts the price action finishes up, we could see something similar here, whereby the closing price and the open price aren't too far away from each other, and they're kind of based in around the center of the candle, that could be a sign that the market is about to turn over on itself. But that would need to be confirmed by them actually seeing the price actually edge then a bit lower. Obviously, if you're going to set another all-time high tomorrow, we can then discount that theory and we can look to kind of potentially continue on in the wider upward trend. If you are going to be trading palladium, or quite frankly any markets in the next 24 hours, just please be mindful tomorrow that we have GDP numbers off from China. Obviously, China has been central to what's going on in the financial markets recently in terms of China slowing down and also the US-China trade talks. That's all for me. Thank you very much.